Hey, what's up, family? My chosen kingdom. So, it's cold outside. I'm just being comfortable. And I wanted to drop a message real quick to you guys before I eat. And it's because something keeps getting put on my spirit. And I just wanted to explain to the chosen ones how narcissism, it's a spiritual attack from the devil. They are sent here to destroy the chosen ones. And I'm telling you right now, it's a fact that this is a spiritual attack. Okay? So I want you guys to understand this. And sometimes it's a hard subject to talk about, sometimes, especially for me, because somebody that I really cared about, I found out that they were in fact a narcissist. But here's the thing about it that will make you feel a little bit better about it. So what I want you to understand is the reason I want to make you feel a little bit better about it is because there's a lot of people who have narcissistic brother, sister, mom, dad, family members, or a significant other that they loved, right? Now, the reason I want you guys to understand that this is a spiritual attack is because these people don't even understand what they're truly doing to you. And that is why I noticed that you'll see glimpses of goodness in these narcissists, right? Now, a lot of it is fake, but they're depending on who it is, but you'll see glimpses of like heart in the narcissist, right? And that is because of the fact that it's a spiritual attack and they themselves don't even understand this, right? A lot of times they think they might just have some type of disorder or have a doctor tell them this or that, but I'm telling you right now, it's a spiritual attack. And that's why sometimes, because see, something that I noticed is I would see sides in them where I'm like, man, see, like, I know that this person has shown certain sides of a good heart, certain signs of love, but they could never withstand it. They could never do it for like lengths of time. And I want you to understand it's because there is times where you will see deep down who they want to be. They want to be able to love at the same capacity as you can. And some of them may have even loved you, right? But here's the thing is most narcissists are people who have been through childhood traumas, that they had been through things that really crushed or broke their spirit when they were younger. And then life keeps happening, things get, we keep going through new things during life. So all it did was keep piling on top of what had already broke their spirit. Okay? So what I want you to understand is this is how spiritual attacks work. That since their spirit had already been broken at one stage in their life, there was a demonic entity that has attached to them. And it's because they have a weak vessel. When a demon knows that there's a weak vessel that it can hop in and use, that's what it does. So it's going to use that to try to get to the chosen ones because they know how big your destiny is. They know that you are a light worker. They know that you are here to bring light into the darkness. They know that you are here to bring love to the world. You're here for a high calling and a high purpose. The person themselves may not know this, but the spirit attached to the person does. Okay? That's what I want you guys to understand, is the spirit attached to them knows who you are. And if you haven't noticed, because I was with one for years, and if you haven't noticed, at the beginning, they would love bomb you. You know, they would love bomb you and act exactly how you act. Like they would reflect your heart back to you. All they was really doing was copying the love that you gave them. You know, it's easy to fake someone's love back to them, to reciprocate what they are giving, because you're seeing what they are giving, right? But that's at the beginning, because the spirit waits until it knows that it has you hooked, that it has you locked in, or it has your heart, or it has your soul or mind into this relationship. So once it knows that it has your heart, mind, or soul, or all three, it's going to begin to attack. And you guys know how that is, where they will purposely try to fight with you, or they will leave and want to come back, and leave and want to come back, or they will act a bunch of ways to you to try to get you, to trigger you, to try to get you to act out of character, to try to get you to act like the bad person, to try to get you just, you know, off the deep end. And then when you finally are like, no, I'm done, leave, and you would make them leave, or they would leave, understand that then they would come back in with the love bombing again. They would act like they missed you so much. They would act like they love you so much. And then they would come back, and it would last for a short period of time. And then the spirit would attack you again. And it was just a repeated pattern over and over and over, right? So what I want you to understand is, at the beginning of the separation from the chosen one, that you're an empath. From the chosen one, the empath. At the beginning, when the empath separates, or towards the end, if you haven't noticed, towards the end of your guys' relationship, when you may have cut them off, this is how it's going to work if you haven't cut them off already. That towards the end, when you start awakening to what is going on, and you start to understand who this person is, and your mind and your spirit and your heart starts saying, look, this ain't right. Something's going on here. I don't know exactly what it is, but something's going on here that's not right. Soon as you say that and you feel that in your heart and soul and mind, if you didn't notice, a lot of times is when they would disappear, or they would retract, like they would pretty much run and hide. You would see them way less than you used to. That they would almost go into ghost mode. And it's because your soul, and as a chosen one, your soul, your spirit, your heart, your mind is so powerful that that spirit in this person knows that you are awakening, knows that you are catching on to the game, knows that you are figuring them out. So it retracts from you. It pulls away from you, because it understands that you're finding out who it is. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I definitely noticed, that they would run and hide and disappear. And because I know that they used to always come back. They'd leave and come back over and over and over. And usually it was short periods of time. But towards the end, when you start catching on to the game, you start catching on to what's going on, they would disappear for a length of time. And because they had your heart, your mind, and your spirit, because you are an empath and you attach to that, and when you love hard, right? When you love hard, and that's a fact. Well, they know this about you, especially if you were with them for years. So what they would do is they would pull away and disappear for maybe a couple weeks, and they would see how you act. So as you were texting them or calling them, or you were being weak about the situation. You were like, please, I love you. Please this, please that. I just want to make it work. Can we fix this? And see, here's the problem is the person thinks that that's you being weak. But what they don't understand is that's just because you're an empath. You have a strong heart. You have a strong soul. So in your mind, what you're thinking is, that it's them, and that all you're trying to do is figure out a way that you can help heal them, that you can get them help. Because I know for me, for a long time, I thought it was like a mental health issue going on, and I just wanted the person to seek help, right? Because I cared about them. Okay, well, even if that person does want to change because they care about you, understand that because they're a weak-spirited person and they don't have God, they don't hold themselves accountable because they're too ashamed to admit their flaws and what's going on with them. They don't want to seem like the problem, which is why they go around smearing your name, telling all the people that knew y'all that were together. They go and smear your name to everybody else and try to get as many people on their side as they can. That way it can destroy your character. So, but even if they did really love you and want to change, the problem is they are too weak of a vessel, and the spirit that is in them won't allow it, because it can control them. When you're a weak vessel, the spirit can control you, and I'm sure you guys have seen this yourself. I've had a spirit be able to control me before as well. But I want you guys to understand that that's a spiritual attack. And that the only way that these people can get help, the only way that these people can heal, is, for one, when you separate from them as the empath, because all you're doing is helping them destroy you and themselves. So when you finally pull away and stay away, either A, they're going to just go and find a new supply, somebody else that they can take their energy from, because they run off of energy. They're going to try to take other people's energy if you take yours away. That's why a lot of times they'll be in another relationship quick like, and it's because that spirit doesn't want to give them time to heal and to wake up and understand what's going on with them. So that spirit automatically makes them crave another soul. So then they'll crave that other soul, they'll act on it, and then immediately all that stuff that you dealt with will now get put on this person. And they will begin to steal their energy from them. That's how the spirit works. I'm telling you right now. Because I dealt with it for a very long time. And what I want you to understand is the only way that these people could actually heal and change would be to completely separate themselves from everything like you did. Because, see, that's what's going to happen when you leave the narcissist. If you are a chosen one and you are around narcissists, I need you to understand that your awakening is not going to happen until you detach yourself from that entity, until you detach yourself from that spirit and you're back in your own spirit, you'll begin to heal. God will give you an awakening. He'll make you start to realize what was going on, who you are, who they were, who everybody else is around you. You'll start to awaken to the reality of everything. And the only way that they could ever heal would be is first they would have to really want to. So if you were with one that knew that they were the problem and started and cried and really showed like signs of hurt, that they didn't want to hurt you, but it was like they couldn't help it. So the only way is for, number one, you to completely detach yourself from these people, and they would have to go deep and be by themselves and really dig into God and have a completely spiritual change. Like they would have to drop to their knees and cry and beg for God to forgive them and to heal their soul and to get the spirit that is controlling them away. You know, and they're probably going to need just maybe even some therapy and a lot of spiritual healing. But they're going to have to do it by themselves. And that's the worst part. That's why they never heal, because they can't do it by themselves most of the time. Most of the time, their spirit won't allow them to be by themselves, because the way that a narcissist works is it runs off of your energy. It runs off of other people's energy. That's why at the end of the relationship, when you're completely depleted and you don't have the energy and the positive mind and heart and all the things that you had when they first met you, once you're completely down and out and they think you're dead, that's when they'll leave. Because they can no longer run off of your energy. So they need new energy. So I want you guys to understand this as chosen ones, especially because narcissist is the number one way that the devil will use people to destroy you, to attack you. So you need to get away from them as soon as you can and pray out to God, get your healing, get your awakening. You will get through this. Because I remember when I did this, man, I felt like I was going to die. Like I was so lost and hurt and broken because I was so used to having this person there. And you're so used to the toxic behaviors around you, you don't know how to act when you're by yourself all of a sudden. Cut off from the world. That's what I did. So it's been 3 years now that I've been completely healing and working on myself. You know, and I have tried to, you know, maybe talk to a person or something like that, but I realize, you know, that I want to keep healing, and I want to make sure that God sends me the right people. I don't want to make the mistake that I made last time and find someone and then they could be a narcissist as well. I want God to send me my person. So I just wanted to drop this message on you guys to give you a heads up, let you know that it is a spiritual attack. So although it does hurt and you might have to cut these people off, you need to. It's in order to get your awakening and your healing and your step into your purpose. You have to detach. But to make you feel a little bit better, if it was somebody that you truly cared about, such as a family member or maybe someone very, very close to you, just understand that they are being controlled by the enemy. We don't battle against flesh and blood, family. So I just wanted to give you this message, help give you a heads up on this, give you a clear understanding. And I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to do some studying. I'm going to eat. I'm going to chill a little bit. I just worked for 10 hours straight. So I hope you guys stay focused, stay positive, stay blessed. And again, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel and join the chosen family. Like this video and share this video to other people if you think that they need to hear it as well. So I love y'all, man, and I'll see you on the next video. Salute.